I do. Hi, today we're going to be talking about a movie called Mr. Holand's Opus, and it's about Mr. Holand, who is inspired as a musician, and he gets into a school to become a music teacher. He wants to write his own symphony, and he needs extra money because his wife gets pregnant. And then he becomes a teacher. He starts off he doesn't like it, it's a challenge. He starts pushing, he learns to love it. He spent his whole career as a musician, as a music teacher. And then he has some struggles with his son, which we realize that he's deaf. And he makes major impacts on students, very positive mostly, and that is it. So we're gonna have Mr. Holand right here with us. Okay, so Mr. Holand, if you could come take a seat here with me.
How's it going, man?
Hi, very good. I watched your movie and I loved it. But I want you to describe the relationship of how education has evolved from back in the times to when you were teaching.
Well, when I started off teaching, I mean, you could see the impact that education has evolved from way back when it was just standardized to, one teacher to every 100 students, to where I had my simple classroom of only roughly between 20 and 30 students. You could also see the diversity within the students as well, especially following 1954, the Brown versus Board of Education. It allowed desegregation within the schools. It allowed integration to occur, and you can even see where the students even treat each other equally, just as Lois did. I had to help him learn music so that he could be able to play on the athletics team.
Okay. And how would you say special education has evolved?
Me personally, I had to go through with my son Cole, with him being deaf, one of the 13 disabilities. I actually firsthand experienced how special education has evolved how special education has evolved tremendously over the time period. With Cole, they have a special academy just for people that have deafness and mute, and how they can learn sign language and how they can learn to be part of everyday life and not have to live with that disability that they were unfortunately born with.
Good. And how would you say you impacted some of your students that you felt that you did an awesome job with them?
Well, I mean, me personally, I was just trying to be the best teacher to my capabilities. I really didn't do much out of my way. But if you looked at certain students such as Gertrude, she had a problem. She was shy. She really didn't have any motivation to do what she wanted to do. She always felt that she was put down, living inferior to her older brother and the rest of her family, that they've amounted to so much, and she felt that she really couldn't amount to anything at all. And then later on, once I'm retiring, I finally saw that Gertrude, she ended up opening up, and she prospered to being the mayor of the city, and she made something of herself, and she actually lived up to her family's expectations.
Good. Louis?
Yeah, Louis.
What about your connection with the student Louis?
Louis really didn't have any talent for music whatsoever. I mean,
yeah, we could see that.
I did it to help out my friend Bill. He really needed Louis on the team, but he wasn't meeting the grades. And I honestly, in my opinion, I thought it was almost impossible to teach him how to play. He couldn't hit the drum. He had no rhythm, no beat. And I honestly, at that point in time, I just wanted to give up on him overall. However, talking to Bill actually inspired me and taught me what a teacher is. He showed me how teachers are never supposed to give up, and they're supposed to help their students no matter what the case may be. So, I mean, through a lot of extra tutoring hours and a lot of extra work, I mean, Louis finally found his rhythm, and he was able to be a part of the marching band and end up getting the grade that he needed so that he could play on the athletics team.
Good job. we see a relationship kind of awkward, I don't know how to say, with Rowena, right?
Yes.
What do you have to say about that relationship?
I know that it looked like the movie portrayed that there was something really there, and although they did, I really saw her more as like a daughter in my eyes. I mean, she inspired me when I was in a low point in my educational career, and she helped me keep pursuing my passion for music and complete my symphony, or at least further it. I know things look like they got like really awkward within the whole thing, and I can't speak on behalf of Rowena, but me personally, I just saw her as someone who motivated me and who got me out of my slump and my low point in education. They kind of over exaggerated the kiss on the cheek in the movie. It was more of like to a daughter, a friendly type gesture, just seeing her off with good regards. I really hope she did make something of herself in New York. I haven't really heard from her since. But I mean, there has been questions to whether if it was ethically right or wrong, and now looking back at it, the way they made it seem, it was ethically wrong, and it was wrong on my part to do that. But in my eyes, it really wasn't more than just a friendly gesture.
Okay, now we're gonna have one of Mr. Holand's student, which is Gertrude, and she's here with us too. Hi Gertrude, how are you doing?
Hi, fine, and you?
Good. I was gonna ask you, how did you feel being in Mr. Holand's class? How did it impact you?
It was a very inspiring time. He got me out of my comfort zone, but he made me pursue all my dreams. Growing up, I was very shy, I was very to myself. As you can see, I was maybe the loser type in high school. I was in my parents' shadow all the time. I didn't feel like I could amount to much, but he changed all of that. I was fortunate enough for him to teach me how to play the clarinet. He would teach me after class how to play the clarinet, and there was a point where I got very frustrated because I couldn't keep doing it, and I would just keep hearing that you're not going to amount to much, you're not going to be able to do anything, but he didn't let me give up. So after that, it just felt like a very big accomplishment. I felt like there's nothing I can't do.
Exactly.
Thank you.
How did that impact on your future, on your life?
Well, since he didn't let me give up or stop pursuing my dreams,
He gave you confidence, you would say?
Yeah, he gave me a lot of confidence, something I didn't have. I lacked it. He made me get confidence. He made me pursue my dreams, and I was fortunate enough to be mayor of the town that we grew up in.
Right. Very good, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so today we had the pleasure in interviewing Mr. Holand and a student of his, Gertrude. We got to see how a teacher can impact a student. And if you haven't seen the movie, you better watch it, Mr. Holand's Opus.